Hey guys, all right, got a great question. Anyone following my Snapchat, BrianK019, you can see that, I put up all my test boosters and the things that I use for, natural testosterone support. Basically asking about D-aspartic acid. I'm going to do a video on D-aspartic acid and talk about the other test boosters that I use. Obviously, there's mixed reviews on test boosters. Again, I'm talking about natural supplements, things that naturally support your testosterone. People are doing other things, each to their own, go do your fucking thing. I'm just going to tell you what I use and what supports me, and the best things that I find for natural test support. D-aspartic acid is one. So again, on my Snapchat, I've been putting like my pre-workout, which I've been trialing, which is basically creatine, beta-alanine, and D-aspartic acid, which has actually been working amazing. I find that I'm so much stronger on my workouts. It's particularly the mix of beta-alanine and creatine. They are a really potent combo, just for overall strength. D-aspartic acid is a great test booster though. There's a couple of things I use. I'm massive on my natural test boosters and trying to increase my natural test levels as naturally as possible, because all the great things that come from your life as a bloke is going to come from your test levels. You're going to get more muscle, you're going to lose more body fat, you're going to have a higher sex drive, you're going to have more energy, and you're going to feel better. So I actually invest quite a lot of money in things that I find really, really potent. So the main one is D-aspartic acid, which isn't that expensive. I take a pre-workout, 3 grams of a pre-workout, and it works quite well. The main game changers for me have been a thing called elk antler. It's really fucking expensive. Like, it's about €300 a bottle. And it's basically drops. They're basically just kind of like the stevia drops that you have, and you put them under your tongue, a full thing of it under your tongue, hold it in your mouth for 30 seconds or so, and then you swallow it. It's literally as it sounds. It's antler from an elk. It's really, really potent and hard to get. I was reading studies, because anyone that, like, again, someone in fitness, understanding things like IGF-1 and instant growth hormone, and the things, basically IGF-1 is the reason people take steroids. Steroids are the things that IGF-1 makes a massive increase in steroids make a massive increase in IGF-1. That's what gives people so much gains in such a short period of time. It's how people go from, 70 kilos to 95 kilos in 6 months. IGF-1 does that. Elk antler boosts IGF-1 within your body, so it's not exogenous. It's not from a external source, so it boosts it naturally. It's online with supplementing and injecting IGF-1. Now, I read studies on elk antler and its effects on the body. Now, I fucking noticed it. As soon as I took it, the pumps that you get in the gym, the energy you get, and things like your sex drive and things like that all improve, because of obviously the IGF-1 and the natural testosterone support. That's my fucking go-to. It's expensive, but it's really, really good. The other thing I'll use is colostrum. Again, colostrum's really fucking expensive. Anyone that knows, colostrum is the thing. So basically, as people, when you're a baby, when a mother's breastfeeding, the first, I think, week, there's no breast milk. It's colostrum that's coming out, because it's an immune supporter. It's got IGF-1 that supports baby's growth. You can get colostrum, but basically it's like whey protein. It actually tastes like vanilla whey protein colostrum. You can get that, but again, it's about €300 a bag for like 2 kilos of it. It's really expensive, but it fucking works like crazy. There's, again, I've talked about it in a video yesterday about investing in you and investing in your health. They're things I don't mind spending money in, because the reality is they help me with things like achieving my fitness goals. They give me more energy. They make me feel better. The colostrum supports my immune system so I don't get sick as often, and all these great things that come with it. So for me, I'll invest that, €500-600 for, 90 days supply or whatever it is of colostrum and elk antler, and then have my D-aspartic acid with it, and things like I've got like ZMA, again, zinc is another one, a precursor for testosterone. If you're an athlete or training in the gym, you're going to be deficient in zinc, and zinc is one of the main precursors for testosterone. So make sure your zinc isn't. No point spending fucking €500-600 on elk antler and colostrum if your zinc levels are too low. So make sure you're supplementing with your ZMA and D-aspartic acid. If you have extra money to spend, colostrum and elk antler with some tribulus, because they have tribulus you can get, and if you can get it really, really cheap, it's not the right tribulus. Tribulus is a really potent I'm not sure it's Ecuadorian or where it's from, but it's tribulus is a really powerful herb for natural testosterone support, but you need to get it in its purest form. So it's normally the drops. It's normally mixed in with the elk antler as well. So that's my advice for natural test boosting. Again, you can get it from external sources. That's what fucking steroids and shit are for. Go do whatever the fuck you want to do. It doesn't matter. Each to their own. I've talked about my opinion on what steroids and what other drugs and medicinal things will do to your body. Each to their own on it. But that's what I do and what I use and what I love. And if you have the extra money and you've got your nutrition in place, you've got your training in place, all your basic supplementation is covered, these are going to be the little things that push you to the next level. So hope the video helps. Please like and share the page. And if you've got any comments, I'll be replying for the next 24 hours.